I'm a monument on every continent. If it ain't big money, I'm non-content. Tell me where the dawn can fit.
Alright, so Tink the Demon. Do you think...
Who's that?
That's your opponent.
Tink the Demon,
Yeah. Your opponent for tomorrow. You think...
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, it's probably less than tomorrow now, but you think there's any problems he poses for you?
See, that's another interesting thing about perception. It could be seen as tomorrow. It could also be seen as yesterday. If I've already beat him.
I was gonna say, so it could have happened in your mind already. Okay.
And it could go exactly the way I say it was gonna go. And if it does, what difference did it make in retrospect?
All right, well, you know what? So, with no disrespect to Tink the Demon, you know, Kid Chaos, Easy the Block Captain, and Daylyt. Did this I'm not gonna say a random three, but did this three just come out of nowhere, or is this something?
It's what they represent it's what they represent to me. Yeah. I think people have this perception of what you're capable of in battle rap. And they try to like put you in niches.
Okay.
And I think Kid Chaos is definitely one person in his niche that is of repute. Easy the Block Captain is one person in his niche that is of repute. Daylyt, like myself, is someone who is in all niches. And he has created this niche of his own that is basically God tier.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, if you are, you know, like omnipotent, all being, all one, what would you consider Daylyt?
Daylyt is Daylyt. I couldn't have named him any better. Because when you think of the elements of Daylyt, it's really just one star that creates daylight, and it's all our perception on this planet, in this reality, what we consider daylight. But if you take away the star, you realize that what we perceived as night was always night. It was always night, even when it was just daylight.
Just okay.
So, balance.
Life
is what I bring back. Yep.
Yeah, so balance is what you bring back. Balance is what you... Well, you know, we have obviously Restore Order podcasts and things like that. So balance is what you're trying to bring back to battle rap, or is it just what you're...
It's not even necessarily an effort or trying. It's just what's going to be. It's like prophecy, but prophecy is fiction. It's already happened.
Oh, only a matter of time, or?
Time doesn't exist.
Man fears time, but time only fears the pyramids.
Something like that.
I mean, to be honest, man, I can go on all day with this, but I mean, the fans are gonna... What do you say to the fans that say that, you know, Jay's weird, he's...
Weird? Strange?
Boring, straight, or dick, you know?
Boring. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, it is a compliment.
Because I have no idea how you are. I have no idea if you're boring or strange or weird. But if I'm weird, strange, and boring, you know, I am kind of strange. I am kind of weird. But no, they have a point. It's fun.
There's nothing wrong with being yourself, though. There's a lot of people who, you know, live vicariously through others and not being themselves.
Well, it depends. If you're a serial killer, there's a problem with being yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean...
But there's nothing wrong with being me, at least for me. Maybe for the fans that think I'm boring. That's unfortunate. I notice those fans keep watching me, though. They must like being bored.
Well, it's there's also a certain mystique, so you kind of want to see, I guess, what you got. But, you know, some people like ketchup, some people like barbecue sauce. You know, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Do you strive for that though? Do you strive to be accepted, or you just strive to just make sure that you're different?
I think everyone, in a sense, strives to be accepted in some way, shape, or form. I prefer being different. It's fun. It's unpredictable. Yeah.
If the Earth is flat, do we live in a dome?
Yes and no.
Okay, now when you say yes or no, so how can we really trust what's been shown to us?
You
about
can't
the
trust
universe?
anything in this reality.
That's
If there's
right.
one thing you can trust, it's that.
That's very true.
You know, there's this thing I was hearing about where, like, the sun could have a solar flash that could just completely destroy the planet in a matter of less than seconds.
Yeah. So it's like,
We wouldn't even notice. Like,
do you believe that?
I don't think it matters, because it's like believing in ghosts when we're in a space where nobody's died. It's like, if we're all immortals, what's the point in believing in spirits and ghosts? By the time ghosts come in, our whole reality is shattered. If that comes to pass, it doesn't matter whether I believe it or not. There's nothing I can do to prepare for it. There's nothing we can do to prepare for it. Might as well just go on about our business.
That's a good point. What's man's true purpose in life?
There aren't words for that. Every man's purpose in life, just men or women too?
Just you, but when I say man, and no disrespect to our woman, it's in
As an
general. People,
individual?
yeah, it just people, yeah.
There's multiple ways to look at it. I'd say basically pursuit. It's pursuit of something.
Okay, whether that be
Point A to point B. It's funny. We're three-dimensional beings, but a lot of our priorities end up being two-dimensional or one-dimensional, depending on the space and perception.
So speaking of perception, do you believe that we are moving into a 5D world? That some people can obviously,
We're already in a 5D world, the same way this 2D world is in our 3D world.
I believe that also, that some people can access this and some people can't.
I haven't known anyone else to perceive the next dimension. They don't really. I would have noticed. And it's something that I can't explain. It's like
Energy?
Energy is like an oversimplification for something that people can't fully grasp. This moves, we're not sure why this moves, but we'll call this force that propels it forward energy. We're not sure why these things are animated, why we're animated, sentient. So we'll just label them. They're labels. It's just observation. That's all science is. You can see, hear, taste, touch, smell, freak. Other than that,
So
it's just observing. You're slaves to your senses.
So when battling with no crowd, where do you pull energy from?
It's never pulled. It's always there.
Okay.
So are you asking how do I use it?
I mean, okay, so if you go to a battle and there's 500 people in the crowd, yeah, your energy is always there, but you can also feed off the crowd's energy, which gives you like more energy. Like, like Goku when he, is powering up for his spirit bomb. We all know he has power and all that, but hey, I'm gonna take some power from these leaves, I'm gonna take power from this little old lady over here, So how do you, you know, build that energy up with no crowd?
For a being like me, 500 people would come to feed off of my energy. It wouldn't be the reverse. That'd be pointless.
Good point.
They need my energy. They came from me. It's not vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, would you pay to see a movie and then while you're eating your popcorn, get up and help them produce it? Of course not.
Of course, it's already over. Yeah.
That's not their response. I paid my money. You give me
The product.
what I paid for.
Yeah.
And that's what they want. They want the energy. They take that energy and the building lights up. And then it becomes something else. It becomes something that transcends time, that transcends the space that we're in.
Okay, I agree with that. What's the no, you know, I don't want to make it sound like Thanos again, but what's the end game for you, man? Because, you know, those 3 battles that you want, obviously 2 are very feasible, you know, in the near future. And the only one that may be debatable, or like, you know, debatable of happening would be Daylyt.
Yeah, because it'll never happen. And it always happens. Think about it. When is it ever daylight and nighttime at the same time? And then at the same time, when is it ever not? Me and Daylyt will battle forever, and we'll never battle. And it will be the greatest battle, period.
So you're saying either way it's like a win-lose?
Yo, I gotta salute you, man. You done put up with this bullshit, bro.
I mean...
It's been a good, like...